Warning: the following podcast contains adult language and childish comedy. Listener discretion is advised. And now, please adjust your headphone volume to an unreasonable level and enjoy the most dynamic and electrifyingly entertaining podcast ever to conquer cyberspace. This is
Amish Baby Machine.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the most powerful podcast ever created, the Amish Baby Machine Pop Culture Podcast, starring me, Dags. The Amish Baby Machine Pop Culture Podcast is a powerful American pop culture podcast. And now, across the virtual oaken desk is Johnny Rage.
Hello, Dags. What's up?
What's up? I'm just enjoying a little beverage here.
What are you drinking?
Dasani.
Okay. Hey, Dags, you probably don't even know this about me. It's a little known secret, but I moonlight as a model. And I finally got I've always wanted to be like Marky Mark and be an underwear model. That's kind of the ultimate model to be. Would you agree?
Yes.
Well, I finally got my shot. I'm officially an underwear model.
Depends.
I start with the Pens next week. Oh, my gosh. You saw that coming, didn't you, Dave? You're just brilliant.
Anyone could see you coming.
Hey, a boxcar unlocked me and 10 girls hugged me. Hello!
Welcome, friends. Welcome to the Amish Baby Machine Podcast. Thanks for joining us. Johnny Rage, you're on the road, aren't you, right now?
I'm on the road again. I can't wait to get back. I'm on the road again. Yes, I am. I like to pod and drive. It's there's something about that. It's powerful. I told you about that before. But, last episode, Diggs, that I was a part of, I broke down the Burger King Incredible Burger. You remember that? You recall that?
Impossible Burger.
Or Impossible, whatever they call it. I gave it rave reviews, you know that, but I thought, you know what? I want to know if I was just hungry that day and cardboard would have tasted good. I went back again. I didn't tell you this till now. This is kind of breaking news for you.
Wow. Do tell.
I went back. I went back again because I thought, come on, is this just a fluke? Did they give me the wrong, did they actually give me a real hamburger? I knew they didn't. So I went back, and I think that's important. To kind of do another taste test, I still give it high marks. So
whoa,
it's got the endorsement. Now, here's a question for you, Dave. Let's say there's a brand new restaurant that opens up, and you go there, and you're maybe not all that pleased with the meal. Do you write it off, or will you give it a second opportunity to give it a try?
Typically, I'm one and done.
Really? So there's no margin of error for a restaurant. If they don't perform on that first time, you're not coming back.
Now, let me ask you this. Is it service more important or the food? So if you had shitty service, a delicious burger, or an average burger with really prompt service, they're filling your pop, they're hooking you up. Oh, by the way, we had this extra apple pie. Do you want a piece of it? That kind of stuff.
I'm thinking here because I've had both instances occur, and I think I guess I would lean more. I'd be a little bit, when it came time to tip, I would probably forget about the crappy hamburger if the service was off the charts. So I would have to say service means a lot. And what I don't like is we have this talk about how waitresses just automatically, to me, when a waitress enters the equation, they start at 0 for their tip. My brother-in-law and I talk about this all the time. He says they start at 15%, and then you base it either higher or lower. I say no, they start at 0, and work their way up. What is your thoughts on that, Dave?
I would say they start at 0.
So you're kind of like me. You're a big fat 0. So you're just like me, though. You basically think they come in and they start at 0 and work their way up.
No, actually, I don't even think about it. I mean, I just want, when I'm there, I want, to bring the drinks right away, the water, whatever, get the menu. So as far as giving it a score, so you're saying 20%? Well, help me out on the score there.
Well, I'm talking about tip percentage, not score, but tip percentage. They all start out with 0 tip.
And you typically tip 20%, correct?
No, not necessarily. It's up to the waitress. They start at 0, and they have to work their way by their service and what they do for me up to 10, 15, or 20%.
Do you ever have that fear, like if you give them a shitty tip, that it's going to get back to you somehow?
Never. Now that in the Minneapolis area, they actually raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour, the biggest group that was opposed to it was bartenders and waitresses, because they felt like big time was going to affect their tip. And because the old adage is they're not getting paid that much, you have to tip them. Well, why isn't the restaurateur paying them what they're supposed to? Why do we have to subsidize the income for the bar owner? So I'm not a huge fan of tipping. So
is it because you're cheap though? You're cheap.
No, because if I do have a waitress or a waiter, even a waiter that stands out as fairly decent, I'll tip them. I just don't like to automatically give them 15% just because you're supposed to. To me, it's like, no, you have to earn your keep here. So, but I don't know. But now, Dags, I had the Impossible Burger. I had it for the second time, and off air, you were talking about how you went back. Tell us about your experience at the White Castle.
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about waitress servers. Remember when it was waitress and they'd have the name tag, and what'll it be, mister? And then it turned into servers. And then remember, they'd stand and take your order. They'd write it down on a pad.
Right.
And then the pad went away, and they would kind of crouch down and get like to tabletop level and talk to you.
Right.
And then they would sit next to you. And then
I
eventually,
don't quite remember that.
Yeah, remember she'd kind of flirt with you, the server, and they'd sit right next to you.
Now, are you sure you weren't eating at a massage parlor?
Well, then she just sprawls herself across the table, knocking shit over and stuff.
Yeah. I don't think you were at a restaurant.
I said, I'll take the sushi. That reminds me, though, you're driving.
Yeah.
I had on my air drums in the car, I had arranged the crash cymbal because I kept hitting the windshield.
Oh, I don't get it.
Do you have air drums in your car?
No.
You don't?
I'm focused on the task at hand, and that's keeping the vehicle between the lines.
You were born without a sense of rhythm.
No,
Rhythm is gonna get you tonight.
Dave, you know about my drumming career. I had a set of drums. Why are you so jealous of me? You know that I'm a drummer. I had a set of drums, I have drumsticks all the time. They're in the freezer section of the grocery store. I pick them up and eat them. Hey. So what's going on in your world, Dags?
So you wanted to talk about the Impossible Burger, the Whopper, and then you were talking about me having the Impossible White Castle.
Yeah, tell me about that, because I had it too, and give me your thoughts on round 2 of that.
So I revisited the Impossible Slider at White Castle.
Why? Let me ask you why.
So I just got off of work, and I have a long journey in the buggy. I work at the food court, and I had to drive all the way home, and I work weird hours. So I'm hungry. What is something that you can get? And you don't want to get out because you're in your goofy uniform. You don't want people making fun of you. So I want to drive through. So I'm thinking White Castle.
that and a million other restaurants, but yeah, go ahead.
Right, where else?
Well, Burger King, McDonald's. I mean, who doesn't have a drive-thru? You act like that's breaking news.
When I'm getting off of work for dinner, I'm not going to have. I want something a little out of the ordinary.
Okay.
So I went to White Castle and enjoyed 5 Impossible sliders.
Oh, you rolled with 5.
Well, I normally go.
Wow.
I normally go with 10 cheeseburgers.
Right, but I can see maybe supplementing a 6-pack with 1, but you rolled with 5.
I do not want to taint the meal experience.
Okay, so tell me about it. You had 5?
So my normal order is 10 cheeseburgers, steamed, no pickles.
Wow, that's a lot of meat you're eating.
It is. And it's a life hack I want to tell the kids. When you go to White Castle, have them steam them because they normally don't. And that melts the cheese.
I thought that was their secret little method. They steam all that stuff.
No, they don't. Watch them prepare it. They take the onions, they put it on the grill, they put the meat on the grill, and then they put it on the bun. They have a little steamer box. It's kind of like one of those little pizza ovens.
Okay.
So next time you're in there, watch it. If you request it, they'll put them in the little steamer tray.
Okay. Now is that after it's cooked for your
correct
to melt? Okay. Okay.
And that's what happens when the cheese and the meat and the onions have that orgy of flavor and everything gets incorporated.
Wow,
it's
what a
fantastic.
wonderful word.
It is. It is erotic. So the whole thing of White Castle is the smell of it.
Yeah.
You enjoy the smell. So you get the bag and you put it in your car, and then your entire car is just wafting with the odor of White Castle.
Yep. Yep.
So that was the
I know it well.
Yep, that was the first problem, was that it didn't smell the same.
Ah, okay. You noticed that right off the bat.
Yeah, it had an off smell. It had kind of like some seasoning salt or something, or Lowry's or some sort of. It didn't smell right. Normally,
why didn't we roll with 10 of them? You scaled it back to 5.
Because if you remember, the Impossible slider is like 3 times the size.
Oh yeah,
thickness.
that's right. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
So right off the bat, I didn't smell the menagerie of the powerful melding of all those flavors.
Yeah.
Onion is the main thing, but it's kind of a beefy onion, deliciously beefy onion smell. So I had this weird spice smell. It didn't smell right.
Okay.
So that was a red flag.
That's critical. That's critical for White Castle. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just like anything you like. The smell is the first thing that attacks your senses.
Right.
So then I got home and I took a bite of it.
Oh, wow. You waited. Wait a minute. Let me interrupt you.
So are you, let me ask you this. Hold on. Are you a car eater?
Oh, God, yes. Especially White Castle. They're made for the car.
Like, are you like if you get home, are you a stand and eat person?
Well, I mean, that would depend upon the occasion, but if I'm by myself, absolutely. I don't need to sit down.
Yeah. See,
there's no better car food than White Castle hamburger. There's no better food. Oftentimes I'll buy 7 of them and I'll say to myself, gosh, can I eat all these? And then before long, I'm going through the empty boxes, just hoping there's one left, and there's not. You're like, dang, I ate all 7 of those so quickly. So, no, White Castle's a car food. I can't believe you could hold off with discipline until you got home to eat those White Castles.
It's the anticipation.
Did you have French fries? Tell me you didn't wait on the fries, though. Nobody can wait on the fries.
I'm a purist on the White Castle experience.
Yeah?
No fries.
I've often thought the powerful smell of French fries and Twizzlers, we could use that in Guantanamo Bay to make those prisoners speak. If you speak, we'll give you some Twizzlers and just wave it in front of them. The smell is so powerful. And French fries, just put them in front of their nose and you'll have everybody talking. And just with Twizzlers and French fries. So I'm amazed, Dave. absolutely amazed at your discipline. If you cannot reach in, tell me you grabbed one fry.
Did you just hear what I said? I do not. It's very minimalist. I have 10 cheeseburgers steamed, no pickles. That's it.
Oh, you didn't have, okay, you didn't have the fries. All right, but okay, all right. So go on, do tell.
So one of the things is I like the smell and I like to see it too. I like to see my meat. Do you like to see your meat?
I do, but I was arrested once for it.
Was it in a movie theater? Was it Ernest Goes to Camp?
No. That's a whole private little incident. I can't expose that.
Private Idaho?
Forgive the pun, but I can't expose that.
I like to see my meat. It's like in the movie theater.
Yeah.
If you have something that's like a food item, more than a snack, it throws off the thing because you're eating it, but you're not seeing what you're eating.
Right. Kind of like cigarette smokers. I'm convinced they like to see the smoke when it blows out. That's why they can't smoke out in the wind. So. No, that's fact. I think that's factual.
I believe it. The smoking is the whole experience.
Right.
And the camaraderie of smoking is cool too.
Right.
Because, when people huddle outside and they talk and.
Yep. And you know what they're talking about when they're out there. How they're going up to the casino that night. They always go to the casino or bingo, and they're talking about it in their breaks, and they come back and talk about it again.
Are they going to win big?
So, I'm going up there to that Grand Casino. Last time we went up there, that wasn't good last time. I don't know how much. They always tell you how much they won, but they never tell you how much they lost. But so, Dags, I'm curious about the Impossible Burger. Get back to it.
Yes. So the experience, I do not eat in the car.
Okay.
I take it home, but the problem is the proper timing because you want everything at the proper temperature. You don't want it cold.
Right.
So I like to set up shop. I sit in the recliner. You have the pops set up. You have the sliders ready to go.
Yeah.
So there was 5 Impossible Burgers. Right off the bat, the smell wasn't right.
Okay.
And I took a bite, and they weren't good.
Oh, you had 5 left, 5.5 to go.
Yeah, and the cheese, the problem is they use the smoked cheddar.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of times when people try to go fancy, they'll have like a grilled cheese, but instead of bread, they'll use Oreos and they'll use some German cheese. You know what I mean? They change it up too much.
But go back to White Castle. Why is smoked cheddar a bad thing? When has that ever been bad?
God damn it. Would you listen to what I'm saying?
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is, how they like have a grilled cheese and they use a weird cheese and weird bread.
Yes.
So
yes.
The best cheese to use in a burger is American cheese because it melts properly. When you use a cheddar, like if you try to use a real cheddar, it gets greasy and it doesn't melt properly. So what I like on the cheeseburger on the White Castle is I like the melting. I like the melting of the meat, the cheese, and the onions. The problem is with the Impossible Burger is you have that plant-based burger that's not really melting much. And then you have that smoked cheddar that didn't melt right. And there wasn't a proper amount of melted onions in there, sauteed onions. So you didn't get that whole flavor. So I did not like the Impossible Slider the second time I had it.
So were you able to stomach all 5 or did you toss them?
Oh, I would never throw away food. I eat everything.
You did, but you just kind of had to gut it out.
Yeah, it's the old joke, you have to eat it. I have to eat it. I got it. I'm not throwing away
food. That's why I go back to that Whopper. I had the White Castle one, and I thought the White Castle burger paled in comparison. It tasted like a cardboardy, sandy, gritty flavor going in. And then when I swallowed it, the aftertaste, that's where I got the meat flavor. But it was tough going. And that's why we get back to that Whopper. And I don't want to beat a horse because I did a complete review, and you can go back to a past episode and listen to that. But I'm wondering if Burger King's deal isn't the fact that they're cooking it, they're charbroiling it with all the regular hamburgers, and some of that juice and stuff is deliberately being passed on to fool people into how it's really not that good. We got to get to the bottom of this, Dags. This is important stuff.
Yeah, I was disappointed on the White Castle because I love White Castle sliders. So I tried it twice. I do not think I would get them again.
Well, again, why would you go to White Castle and not get the official White Castle slider? I'm disappointed that you bought 5. I mean, I can see maybe trying 1, but to roll with 5 of them, it's like, wow, what were you thinking? You weren't thinking very clearly.
Yes, I was. I was committing. I was powerfully committing to my cause. The pop culture podcast known as the Amish Baby Machine, the most powerful podcast ever created. Make sure you guys follow us on the internets, on social media. Twitter, @AmishBMachine. Instagram, Amish Baby Machine. We're on YouTube. Like our Facebook page. And please leave a review on Apple Podcasts, iTunes. A 5-star review is powerful, and what it will do is unlock secrets to the universe. A great way to support us is through Patreon, patreon.com, or AmishBabyMachine.com. We have a powerful link there. Also, don't forget we have powerful merch. Our powerful logo is on everything, mugs, t-shirts, hoodies. Make sure you support our powerful podcast. Check out our merch. Links on AmishBabyMachine.com.
And it's funny you said you went to White Castle at night. Does anybody have to explain when they're at White Castle? Is it even open during the day? Everybody. Their business hours are what? Like from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m.? That's when they do the bulk of their business. I told you about that. I was kicked out of White Castle once, remember? Because I was sober. They said, hey, get the hell out of here. We can't treat people. We can't serve people like you. So it's a tough place, tough crowd, man.
But I do like White Castle because they experiment and they introduce new foods. I like that. And that powerfully segues this powerful episode when we're talking about food, that Taco Bell is really changing things up. Beginning September 12th, Taco Bell is changing their menu. Do you want to know what's going away?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Going away. By the way, I did enjoy some more Impossible meat at a different joint. Speaking of Mexican food, I had Qdoba. I don't know if it's a local joint. I don't know if it's national. They have Impossible meat you can add to burritos or taco bowls.
See, now that really is kind of like the old deer meat scenario. You really can't tell it's meat because you've got so much other stuff on it. So I don't think that's a good comparison to say whether it's good or bad. But was it good or bad? Or did you do it? Did you put the Impossible on there?
I did, and I can tell you can tell the difference, and it's horrible. It does.
Oh, you can?
Yeah,
okay.
It does not work well. Normally, I go with the smoked, roasted chicken.
Okay.
And that's good. Or a steak, when I get that kind of stuff. The Impossible meat did not work with the taco bowl, the rice bowl that I normally get.
So that's 2 strikes against the Impossible burger for you. Impossible meat.
Yes.
Okay.
So back to Taco Bell. The beefy mini quesadilla. Quesadilla is how I pronounce it, actually. Have you enjoyed the beefy mini quesadilla?
No, I've had mini quesadillas, but that's not one of my standard issues at Taco Bell.
Beefy.
When you go, Dags, to a fast food restaurant, do you step outside of the box and order, or do you have your tried and true that when I go to Taco Bell, I get this, when I go to Burger King, I get this, or do you stand in line endlessly, holding all of us back from our main item, trying to decide what new and different thing you're going to try?
Well, first of all, I don't stand in line. I don't dine in. I have a great joke when I go in, they say, "Is that for here to go?" And I go, "It's for over there at the tables. I'm for here." Or I say, I'm here to go." How many people dine in, do you think? What percentage?
That's a great question. And that's going to have to be answered and investigated right here on Amish Baby. I would say...
Say Amish Baby Machine. You always say Amish Baby. It's Amish Baby Machine. Can
I say ABM? Because
yes, ABM is cool. A lot of the kids, the flock of Amish, are saying ABM.
I know. I hear it. I would, if I were to guess, I'd say the drive up is probably, I'd say 75-25, 75% drive and 25% dine in. Now, I was told by a Ute that I knew, he worked at a fast food restaurant. They are under the gun when it comes to the drive-through. They focus on the drive-through, not the dining in. So if you want fast service, even though there's a long line, they'll take care of you quicker in the drive-through than they will dining in. That's what he told me. I don't know if there's truth to that or not.
Oh, I totally believe it.
They actually get timed on how long their drive-through time is, and they have to do it in like 3 minutes or something like that. But so I'm going to say 75%. I mean, for a restaurant not to have all that dining area, they'd save a lot of money. You think they'd want to gear it more toward the drive-through. So I'd say 75% drive up and the rest dine.
You've heard they purposely make it uncomfortable so people don't hang out there all day.
At the McDonald's and the fast food joints, or any restaurant in general?
Fast food.
Yeah, well, that doesn't shock me, yeah.
They pitch the tables and the chairs forward a little bit.
Do they really? I never heard that. I know they've got those ones that are like the pole goes into the ground and you can't move the chair front, backwards, or anything, and it's too close to the table and my gut hits it. So, yeah, it works. I can't stay long.
Yeah, the Mall of America, last time I was there, the chair is very uncomfortable and they're kind of pitched forward so you're not relaxed.
Okay.
So back to Taco Bell and the Taco Bell drive-thru. I do like to enjoy new things. Today I went with Cholitos today.
Okay. Not with Impossible meat though, right?
No.
Okay.
While we're on the subject of Taco Bell, I also like Cheezeritos. Are you familiar with those?
Wow, you really go through that menu at Taco Bell. I've got my go-to item.
Yeah, you're very boring. Yeah. See, I'm very sexy, very adventurous. That's why people love this podcast.
Uh-huh.
And I put people like you, dull people, on that. It kind of just accentuates the power of me.
Yeah, so I make you look sexy is what you're saying.
The way to look at it is that you're very dull and very mayonnaise, and I'm very just sexy and powerful. And it just accentuates it even more. Like anywhere I'd be, I would be, but it's even accentuated even more.
I make you look sexy because the mirror doesn't, right?
The mirror doesn't lie.
Jesus. So anyway, okay. What else is Taco Bell doing in the wonderful
Chips and salsa. Is it salsa? Salsa? Chips and salsa, no more.
Really? Okay. Can I tell you something, Dags?
Yes.
I didn't even know you could get chips and salsa at Taco Bell.
Yes, because of your boring menu choices.
I don't. Yeah. No, you're right.
What is your go-to menu choice?
I get the Nacho Bel Grande, and it comes with a taco and a Diet Coke.
Wow.
Yeah, that's living life too. Sometimes I add a second taco when I really feel wild.
Hard shell?
Oh yeah, it's got to be a hard shell.
Supreme?
Taco Supreme, yes. But what I like to do oftentimes too is go get their box. You know how White Castle's got their box of sliders. Taco Bell has their box of 12 tacos for like $12 or something like that. So I roll with that as well. So I do vary a little bit, very little.
Is it possible to eat a hard shell taco at Taco Bell and not have all the shit fall out of it?
Well, the same thing with a Burger King Whopper. Is that possible to eat that without having something slip out of it? We should have like a contest, like an Olympic contest. Whoever has the fewest leaves of lettuce and onion laying around themselves is the winner of that. That would be a good contest to have. Are you and I?
Well, we got to get out there. We got to get you into your puppetry too.
Yeah.
Johnny Rage is a master of puppetry.
I am. I made my debut with my bunny rabbit. And no, I didn't pull out the pockets of my jeans. Remember that old joke?
That was a turtle you made. Yep.
You ever you want to kiss a bunny behind, in between its ears? And then somebody would say, yeah. And then you pull out your two pockets. the liner of your pocket.
It's very offensive.
Oh, you're offensive, Dags. What else has Taco Bell got? They're not gonna have.
Chipotle chicken loaded griller.
Is that coming or going?
These are items no longer available. Going bye-bye.
So give us what they're gonna bring in.
Just shut up and let me talk. Double-decker
Okay.
taco, no more.
Oh, that's sad.
Now, here's one that I enjoyed. You probably never had, though, because you're very boring and mayonnaise with your choices. The Cool Ranch tacos. Very good. Do you like Cool Ranch Doritos?
I do.
You should try them before they leave.
Yeah.
They're delicious. Also, the fiery Doritos Locos Tacos, which I enjoy too. Gone. The double tostata. Gone.
Wow.
A power menu burrito. Very powerful. And the XXL grilled stuffed burrito. All gone.
There's a sense of sadness that's overtaken me.
It is. It's a powerful restaurant. I enjoy they think outside the bun too, don't they? Outside the box. They offer new choices.
So, is there anyone in particular that hurts you the most?
You know, none of those are my really go-to, but I do enjoy Cool Ranch. But I like the regular nacho too, Doritos.
Okay. Yeah, as long as they don't take my nachos Bel Grande, I'm fine, and that must be a top seller. I single-handedly must keep that in stock for them. So, but let me interject here. If you had two restaurants next to each other, one being Taco Bell, one being Taco John's, which one would you go to?
Taco Bell.
Really? Oh, I disagree.
Now, are Taco John's, are they nationwide, worldwide?
I think so, because they've got that great television commercial. Feliz Navidad. Of course, that doesn't mean anything. You can do that with regional, but
Keep singing that.
Feliz Navidad. My nephew listened to that song. That's Trini Lopez that sings that, by the way. He thought it was Police Shot My Dog. Police shot my dog. Da-da-da-da. Police shot my dog.
I thought it was Jose Feliciano.
No, that's Trini Lopez. Trini Lopez. Feliz Navidad. De Cueros, Mexico. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry... How many days till Christmas? Should we start
So you don't think it's Jose Feliciano that sings that?
I know it's not. It's Trini Lopez.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now,
maybe you'll have to check out the show notes.
We can leave it at that, and I can look brilliant, or you can actually look and expose me for the fraud that I am. Which way do you want to go?
We'll look up the dumbness of you.
So, Taco Bell trumps Taco John's. Boy, that would be a great Twitter ask. What's the word I'm looking for? Poll. Taco John's, Dags, or Taco Bell. I want to know. Let's do a poll. Find out. Can you do that for me?
I could do that, but I want to know, is Taco John's worldwide, nationwide?
Why does that matter, though? Just it's here locally. We can enjoy the menagerie of it, as you just said earlier.
So how many choices are there, though? There's not as many choices as Taco Bell.
But, I mean, we don't need all those choices. Have you ever been to a potluck and everybody brings something? Well, your space is limited on your plate. You don't need everything. And that's what Taco John says. You don't need everything. Now, meat and potato burrito is my favorite, and that is my go-to there. I don't need chalupa, chalape, Chewbacca. I just want my meat and potato burrito with a pop and some potato Olay. They don't cloud your thought process. They don't have to, because what they do it well. Where Taco Bell's across the board.
See, I would love to be like you. So simple. It's got to be wonderful because you're not distracted by things and you don't wonder about stuff. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the big chicken war going on. Speaking of fast food, between Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, their sandwiches.
No, tell me if I'm wrong. I heard today that Popeyes absolutely sold out of everything they had.
Yeah, I saw one video where someone was bringing in a raw chicken to have them cook it up.
So, tell me more about this because I just got a little taste of it. They were talking about Popeyes, and I was talking about Chick-fil-A. I said I've never had Popeyes. Supposedly, Popeyes unleashed a brand new or debuted a brand new chicken sandwich, and I'm like, didn't Popeyes always have one? It just seems like they would have.
No, they didn't.
Okay, but I don't know how it stacks against Chick-fil-A, but I've had the Chick-fil-A sandwich, and Chick-fil-A is one of my top 3 foods. So that might have to be the next episode as I review the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yeah, but with the way things move so quickly, it'll be gone by then.
Oh, they're only doing it for a short period?
No, but you know how things blow up on Twitter. They trend, and then before you know it, they're gone. But it says here that Popeyes may have started the viral chicken war, but one Chick-fil-A location, according to the news here, looking up Fox News has a story on Chick-fil-A director's peace offering to stressed out Popeyes employees goes viral. So there's a shot of a Chick-fil-A director was caught handing out chicken sandwiches to Popeyes in Greensboro, North Carolina, to help the stressed out workers across the street.
You know, Chick-fil-A is always doing something like that. They had protesters. You know, they're a Christian organization. You got to love what their principles, whether you agree with them or not. They stick to them and they don't open on Sunday. And they say, by the way, that cost them hundreds of millions of dollars. But there were some protesters protesting against them, and the manager came out and gave every one of them lemonade. I mean, that's just how they roll. So that doesn't shock me at all.
Yeah, the big thing about Chick-fil-A is the customer experience, too.
In terms of what? How well you're treated there?
Yeah, they treat everyone well.
Well, the one thing I don't think they treat you well about is, if I can talk, I do love Chick-fil-A. I love what they stand for and everything they encompass. But they claim they have unlimited pop, but they don't advertise that, okay? And they keep it behind the counter. And I'm convinced they do that deliberately. So that, because I think most people feel foolish asking for a refill.
Absolutely.
And so every time you go up there, though, they kind of look at you like, oh, another one? You know, we're Burger King and McDonald's just, ice falls all over everywhere. You just pour your pop. Sometimes it's the wrong one because you looked like you were hitting the Diet Coke, but it's actually the Fanta that was next to it. So you dump it out and you start over again. But Chick-fil-A is so much more. I don't like that about Chick-fil-A. That's the one issue I have. Give me my pop, okay? Don't hold pop hostage. Pop shouldn't be treated like that. Let us indulge in our pop.
Now let me ask you this.
Yes.
Pop machine, you have free access to it, correct? It's in front of you.
Yeah.
You have a Pepsi and a Coke. What do you go to?
Oh, no, hands down, Coke. Hands down. That's easy.
Now, what fast food has the best Coke?
Well, they claim McDonald's does because McDonald's actually uses silver tubes, chilled silver tubes that feeds the syrup to the pop machine, and they chill them. And because of that, they have the best tasting pop of any of the fast food restaurants. There's a secret formula to how they're serving the pop to you.
I agree on that too.
And there is a difference if you ever go to Sam's Club and drink their Diet Coke. It doesn't have that pop or that crispness or even that cold temperature, but that's what McDonald's does. And McDonald's doesn't hold it hostage. They're proud of their pop. Hey, have it. You know, you don't have to go back behind the counter. Can I please get a refill? And they roll their eyes at you at Chick-fil-A like, another guy that wants a refill, you know. So now we're going to have to open up on Sunday to make up for the difference. No, that's kind of what you feel like. But I enjoy Chick-fil-A, but that's the one strike I would give them. Give me my pop. And McDonald's has the best pop, no doubt. And it's Coke, it's not Pepsi.
Now, I remember talking about the customer experience. Burger King went through a phase where they had popcorn and they would bring you the food at your table.
Well, there's a lot of restaurants that still bring you your food at your table. I don't remember the popcorn era. When was that?
The popcorn era was in the 80s, I believe. They had videos were huge, you know, the rock videos, music videos. I remember they had screens, they had popcorn, jazzed it up, you know, made it fancy, made your Burger King real fancy.
Now, when you look back as a kid, can you remember the first, or what comes to mind? Maybe you probably can't remember the first fast food restaurant you went to, but in your memory, in your collective memory, what stands out as the first fast food hamburger you ever had? What restaurant?
Burger King.
Okay, mine would be Burger Chef. Do you remember Burger Chef?
It's funny you said that. I was going to say Burger Chef. The beauty of Burger Chef was the condiment bar.
Correct. Have it your way. Well, no, that's Burger King. I'm sorry. But it was still have it your way. You actually... Burger King was hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you have it your way. And they also have 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, pickles, onion, cheese on a sesame seed bun. Very effective marketing campaign because I still remember that. But Burger Chef, you just got the plain burger, kind of like Fuddruckers, if anybody knows what that is. Fuddruckers kind of took it to the next level, but Burger Chef was our go-to when I was a kid. We always went to Burger Chef.
Powerful episode on powerful fast food. If you're a fan of the Flock of Amish, if you've been here from the beginning, you know we love fast food. We want to thank everyone that listens to this powerful episode. Johnny Rage, did you have a good time tonight?
I had such a good time. I worked myself into a hunger. I think I'm heading to Burger King right now or Taco. I'm going to go to Taco Bell.
Can you do me a favor?
I can.
Can you order something different?
And bring it to you maybe, but no, I got to go to my standard issue. That's just how I roll.
No, but add something to it because, I mean, just like you add to your gut every day, order something different plus what you normally get.
Well, they got rid of all the stuff, so there's nothing left but my item, and that's it. So, welcome to Nachos Del Grandeville.
So go there and ask for a Cholito.
Okay.
Wonderful Cholito. I enjoyed a couple of those today.
I'll give it my best, Dags. I'm not promising anything, though.
Oh, just do it. I don't have time for this.
Just do it.
And until next time, you've just enjoyed the Amish Baby Machine Pop Culture Podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Amish Baby Machine Pop Culture Podcast. It is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere else fine podcasts are found. Please support our podcast through Patreon and shop our merch at AmishBabyMachine.com. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. This has been an Amish Baby Machine production.